Shark Tank.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from ABC's hit TV show Shark Tank, as well as a pioneer of the as-seen on TV business. Are you a woman business owner or entrepreneur or female looking to start a business? Well, with me today is Laura Cowan, one of the top estate planning and small business lawyers in Manhattan, who also happens to be a coach and a mentor for female entrepreneurs. Laura, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, great to see you. So I know you're in New York City and you have a successful law practice, but what made you transition to start actually coaching women in business?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's so hard starting a business, and there are so many different things that you need to think about. And the legal aspects of starting a business are so important. But it's confusing and it's overwhelming, and people just don't know where to start. So I noticed that there was this kind of dearth of information out there on places that women can go to figure out what are the legal steps I should be taking to get my business set up properly. Mm-hmm. And it's overwhelming. And then on top of it, you may not have the resources to hire a lawyer. So I coach women in business because I just think it's really important to have that proper legal foundation in place without necessarily spending a fortune on attorneys. So that's what I try to help with.
Yeah, it sounds like a win-win because they get business advice, but as a lawyer, you're probably, they're probably getting some good legal advice too. So
yeah, and I'm actually also a CPA as well. So, I know about things from a business standpoint, from a legal standpoint, and I've started 2 businesses myself. So I have a lot of information.
Business, legal, finance. So you got a lot of the bases covered. That's great. And,
exactly.
For anyone that's starting a business or owns a business right now, how important is it for them to get the right guidance?
It's so important. And I get that people don't want to necessarily allocate resources towards the legal stuff in the beginning. It's not as fun. It's not very sexy, but it's just so important because getting into a legal mistake when you're a business owner can be very expensive. It's a lot more expensive fixing a legal mess than it is just proactively planning. Mm-hmm. So, we recommend getting a solid legal foundation in place now because it's going to prevent a big mess, down the road.
Sure. So, I mean, for example, I know like operating agreements are important to spell out how the business is going to operate. And this is the kind of guidance I'm sure that you're providing many of the clients that you're working with. And now wearing that legal hat, okay, because you wear a lot of hats as a CPA, entrepreneur, and lawyer. What are some of the biggest legal mistakes that entrepreneurs make in business today?
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake they make right off the bat is assuming that they're not big enough to actually need any legal help. They think that only really big companies that are established and have been around for a long time need legal guidance. And it's actually the exact opposite. You can start to get into trouble kind of right away in terms of making legal mistakes. And, my opinion is that the small businesses almost need an attorney more than the big ones because you don't necessarily have the resources, to hire an attorney when things go wrong. So, right. So that's the biggest mistake that I see entrepreneurs making is they just think that they don't need legal assistance, and you do. If you have a website, there's legal notices you should have on your website. Right. Some of them are actually required by law. You have intellectual property, your content that you want to protect. You want to have contracts in place that are going to protect you in the event something goes wrong. The list goes on and on. So even if you're just getting started as a coach or an author or, a course creator, you want to have all of these different protections in place right off the bat.
Yeah, very important. And I love your diversified background. We've talked a little bit about that, but if there's folks out there saying right now, how can I work with Laura? And what is the process? How does it work? If somebody wants to get in touch with you or, kind of just like, how does it all play out?
Yeah. So go to my website. It's called thelauраcowan.com, LAURACOWAN.com. And there are a bunch of resources there available for you. One of the best ways to get started is to book a legal strategy session. And this is a 1-hour Zoom with me. I'll review your business, go over all of the areas that you're most at risk, which is something that right off the bat, just knowing that is a huge benefit, just knowing your biggest areas of risk as a
Right.
business owner. And then we'll talk about the things that you can put in place to, minimize that risk.
Right.
So the legal strategy session is a great way to start. We also have courses, we have events, we have contract templates. Everything is there in one place.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I really appreciate all the details of your business, your background, and just want to, in wrapping up here, as a shark, I've mentored thousands of entrepreneurs over the years, and one of the most important things that I always emphasize is the importance of surrounding yourself with a dream team. And so working with someone like yourself, Laura, I mean, you're a lawyer, a CPA, you founded 2 successful businesses. You are, part of a dream team all unto yourself. Okay. And I know that you help navigate the challenges and risks of folks' ventures when they come to you. So I can only imagine what a competitive advantage that would give any business owner that utilizes your services. So I'm going to wrap it up by saying, if you are a female business owner or aspiring entrepreneur, don't try to do it alone. Laura Cowan is a top legal expert who's experienced in many sides of business and has a business coaching business, legal business, and she's ready to mentor you through the process of entrepreneurship. So visit her website at the bottom of this screen to learn more. And now is the time for you to build up your dream team today. Thanks for being with us. And Laura, great having you today. Thank you.
Thank you.